much can you earn as a freelancer? I hate this question. I understand why somebody who is just starting might want to know how much money a freelancer can earn, but they're missing the point. Freelancing is not a regular job. You don't have a regular annual income, you don't have bonuses, you don't have raises. There are no average. What you will make is not what another freelancer can earn, it's not what I can earn. Your path is unique. Having a general idea about different incomes can be useful, but you should always take that information with a grain of salt, with a bag of salt. So before I tell you how much I earned my first year as a freelancer, let's take a little walk down memory lane. I started freelancing in 2012, by mistake mostly. I had just graduated college as a graphic designer, moved cities, and was looking for jobs in marketing and design agencies. I applied to every job listing I found, and I went to interviews, but they offered so little money that it was just not going to work. I was lucky enough to live at my parents' house, but that was not sustainable in the long run. So I decided to move again, to Italy, because that made sense somehow at the time. But for that, I needed money. Argentine pesos were as good as toilet paper. I needed euros, I needed dollars, or both. So I opened my computer and made the search that was going to change my life. How to find international clients. The rest is history. I got my first client, my second, my third, and by the end of the first month, I had earned more money as a freelancer than I earned in the past 2 years as an employee. This path is not what I recommend to most freelancers. I had some very big advantages. I was living with my parents, I had savings, and I didn't have to divide my time between a regular job, a 9-to-5 job, and freelancing on the side. Different contexts are what make the how much you can earn question somewhat lacking. The right question is, can you earn enough? Knowing your costs is the first step to a healthy financial freelance life. I like to divide costs in 3 different categories. Living expenses are, pretty self-explanatory. Rent, food, taxes, bills, what you need to live on a monthly basis. If you are lucky enough to be in a somewhat stable economy, your living costs will be similar throughout the year. If you don't, then remember to take inflation into account when projecting future expenses. This is your MNN, your minimum needed number. It's what you need to earn to make a living as a full-time freelancer. If you are an employee freelancing on the side, this is how much you should regularly earn before quitting your job. Regularly as in at least 6 months of having the same income or more. Future costs are all the future costs related to you. As independent professionals, retirement can be a little bit tricky. You're probably paying taxes and pouring money into whatever retirement system your country has, but sadly that might not be enough. These systems are made with employees in mind, and we as freelancers, basically we get screwed. The solution is creating your own retirement by investing and making your money work. The rule I use for myself is the pay myself first rule. This means that I save a fixed percentage of my monthly income. That number changes because it's a percentage and I don't have, like I said, a regular income each month. But the idea is that I always separate money for my future. And you also need an emergency fund. As a freelancer, you don't get paid time off, so something common like having a cold for a week can wreck your numbers if you are not careful. Never mind something that doesn't allow you to work for a longer period of time. And the last category is fun money. For all the other things that are not needs or future you. I use my own custom spreadsheet to keep track of all my income and all my expenses. You can download it by clicking on the link on the description box, or you can create your own. The important thing is that you keep track of all your numbers. If you have a clear idea about how much money you need, then you will be able to fill the magical freelance earning equation. the clients to earnings ratio. This will tell you how many clients you need depending on your fees and the sum of your living costs, your future costs, and your fund costs. So let's say that you need 2,500 each month. If you are selling low-cost services of around 50 each, then you will need to find and do at least 50 paid projects per month. If you sell medium-cost services of 500 each, then that number lowers to 5 clients per month. And if you sell high-ticket services of 5,000 each, then you only need 1 client every 2 months or 6 clients per year. The first time I came across this concept, my mind was blown away. It wasn't on my first year as a freelancer. Oh no. Back then I was focused on getting more and more clients because I had this completely irrational fear that if I didn't work myself to the ground, I was going to end up on the streets. I mean, numbers, financial goals, I didn't know any of that. Sitting down with a very calming cup of tea, having a hard look at my numbers and figuring out how many clients I actually needed completely changed my perspective and my freelance business. That's why I can't really say if I earned too much or too little in my first year as a freelancer. But if you're curious about the number, then let's take a look.